Yeehaw! Welcome to
Howdy.
the final finale of Met Comedy Night, stuck inside for 6 more months of Summer Comedy Extravaganza.
Woohoo.
With tonight, we're seeing your favorite improv group, your favorite Dungeons and Dragons themed improv group, Crit! They're going to be joining us tonight. They're going to be playing a little game called Fiasco here on Facebook Live and twitch.tv/Met Comedy Night. So we hope you are joining us for a very fun evening. Now, of course, this whole week of shows, this is the tail end. If you've watched every night this week, put an explosion in the comments.
Congratulations.
Put a ha-ha, put LOL in the comments, because you've been laughing all week long with Met Comedy Night.
You've done a good job.
That's right. Been doing a good job here. Look, there goes his little face floating up. Oh, that's Colin, who he used to live in a haunted house. You'd know that if you watch Strange Times Indeed every Thursday at 9.
Scary.
Truly terrifying.
We don't do haunted out here out in the West, let me tell you.
No, that's right. The only thing that haunts us is
snakes
and the empty oil wells.
Empty.
Sure is awful. Well, here's the thing. We're doing this whole week of shows to support the Maryland Ensemble Theater, so why don't you support the Maryland Ensemble Theater if you have not yet?
How would I do that?
Well, you go to marylandensemble.org/donate. There's a link.
Is that a website?
Yes, that's a website over on the internet.
I'll be damned.
That's a website for the theater, and you can make a donation there that's tax deductible. That's right.
How about that?
If you don't want to pay any taxes, I think it might work where if you donate as much as you owe, I don't know how it works, really.
I'm sure that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, somebody stop me.
And if it's not, then I'm going to say you said it.
All right, blame me, but... So support the Maryland Ensemble Theater by making a donation, marylandensemble.org/donate. You can find that link in the description of this video on Facebook, about page on our Twitch
There's a button
channel.
down there. It's real quick.
All right, hey, looks like we got some viewers. Steven, before we get this show started, you've been giving away a subscription on Twitch. Now, if you subscribe to us on Twitch, that's going to give you access to premium shows. You'll get access to the Met Comedy Night Discord, where you can chat with performers and the whole community. You want to give away one of those now or save it for later?
Oh, I'm ready to go ahead and give one of them off now.
All
you
right,
know what I'm saying?
Let's get out of the way and we can get right over
Sometimes
to
I do it at the end of the show.
Once we give away that sweet prize.
Sometimes I do it at the beginning of the show.
Those viewers been tuning in all week long.
Gifting a subscription. Now with the subscription, you're going to be able to use the emotes, and you're also gonna. Oh, here. Oh, one tap by. Oh, I gotta scan my fingerprint.
Don't look at his fingerprint.
Bet you didn't know that they could do that in the West.
Nah, I didn't.
Payment successful. Who's going to get the subscription? Oh, an emote explosion!
It went to CT Schultz. Look at that.
Whoa!
Get ready to enjoy some premium content.
Boom, boom, boom.
Those of you watching on Facebook, you can join us over on Twitch, or you can join us on Facebook now. But a lot of shows going to be happening on Twitch as we progress through the season. But let's get these horses in a row. Let's tie them up to the horse trough and get started with Crit, the DnD Improv show, playing Fiasco tonight. Crit, yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Hello, welcome. The horse trough of improv troops. We're playing a little game called Fiasco today by Jason Morningstar. I figured it was appropriate since Fiasco might as well be the official game of 2020. Because what Fiasco is all about is it's basically, think of Fargo or a Coen Brothers movie, put that into a game. It's all about trying to get what you want, but having extremely poor impulse. So if we can switch to our cool Roll20 table and show the lovely people our characters we whipped up. Oh yeah, there it is. Very fancy. All right, so starting from the top here with myself. I'm Chester Baldwin. I'm nephew, or sorry, I'm uncle. The sheriff's my nephew. They're very young, but I believe in them. I think they can clean up this town. Me and my nephew Eugene have a plan. I don't know how much Eugene knows about the plan, but I intend to get rich through maybe a bit of skullduggery, trickery. And of course, the best place to get rich through tricking people is the decent part of town. I also know Miss Rosaline Smith. We were adversaries in the war between the states. And of course, she lives in the Bell Union boarding house in the wrong side of town. So if you want to pick that up, Jess, and talk about Rosaline Smith.
Well, no. After the war, some of us decided to take on some honest work. So I'm a ranch hand, local farm, taking care of cattle, and work alongside of East and West. And, one of our prized possessions is a cage of woodland jumping mice.
That's perfect. Rose, you want to tell us about East and West?
Hello, everyone. My name is East and West. And I'm very excited about my job with Rosalind or Rosaline? Rosalind?
Dear.
Rosaline, sorry about that. I don't do so well with people, but I'm very good with animals. And that's why I also have a part-time job with my good friend Eudora, and we sometimes find cattle in random places and just put them in vans and carts and things and take them places. And that's really fun too. It's hard for me to decide which I like better, working with the cows on the farm or working with the cows as we're rushing them out of a farm and making sure that nobody sees us, which is very strange to me, but I enjoy doing it anyway because I love animals. And also, I really think that it's important for me to gain respect through the work I do with Eudora, because since I'm not so good with people, I think that that's a good way for me to get better with people, is to gain their respect.
And speaking of Eudora, Katie, why don't you tell us about her?
Howdy, y'all. I'm Eudora Yarberry. I have been rustling a little bit of cattle, truth be told, hand to God. However, it was my cattle first. And so I'm just, getting back what belongs to my family. And, by that same token, I'm also a deputy. So that's fun. That definitely works to my advantage. But I do love the sheriff. They're a wonderful, wonderful, very young person, I guess. It's cool. It was a fine election. I'm not mad. But I would like to get some respect and information out of that bond that we have.
And speaking of our young sheriff, Amber, why don't you tell us about Sheriff Eugene Stubbs?
Well, I just got here like 6 months ago after my mom died, and I went on to live with my uncle. And about a month after that, they elected me sheriff. They said, Eugene, for all your 17 years of age, you are the smartest man that lives in this town. And I said, okay. It's my first job, and I don't really read too good. But my deputy reads almost everything to me. She's honestly the smartest woman I've ever met, and my uncle is the nicest man I've ever met. In my life, I'm trying my best, and everybody seems to think that I'm doing a great job. I'm not worried at all about anything. Everything's going fine. Going fine.
All right. So, how the game works is each of us is going to take a turn. And we can either choose to set up a scene or resolve a scene for your character. If you choose to set up a scene, you pick where they are, what's going on, who else is involved. If it's not one of the 5 main characters, anyone can jump in and be a side character. Little preview of our improv show. Stuff like this happens all the time. Ha cha 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 cha. But by the end of it, you don't get to pick how the scene goes for you. Everyone else will decide whether it goes well or goes poorly for you. If you choose to resolve a scene, everyone else gets to set up the scene, who you are, where you're at, what's going on. But you will get to decide whether the end of the scene is good or bad. Ultimately, and then once everyone's gone around a few times, something called the tilt happens, where a wild game-changing event occurs, and we have to react to that in Act 2. Ultimately, what you want to have happen is have either more good outcomes than bad outcomes, or bad outcomes than good outcomes. You just want to be weighted in one direction either way, because the more of one you have by the end, the better off, the better chance you have of your character having a good time. Because in these kinds of movies, the people who were kind of normal and even keel usually end up in like a wood chipper or something. But the people who were absolute bastards drive off into the sunset with a bag full of cash. So we're going to start us off with how the rules describe it. Who grew up in the smallest town? I grew up here in Frederick. So.
Oh, I grew up
like
in a
us.
land.
Oh yeah, sorry. In
Eldersburg.
your actual hometown. You don't have to tell us where it is, but
I was born in the I'm sorry. I, Rose Hahn, was born and raised the first 4 years of my life Amish country of Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Wait, what city? Like
I
Lincoln,
remember I was
like Lincoln
4.
University.
No, like not near like all I remember is the Cowman or
Incredible. Sorry.
So you're probably the smallest.
Well, my town didn't have a stoplight. We have a post office, but we didn't have a stoplight.
Ooh,
Savage.
That's a strong contender.
I'd say my hometown is probably same size to Frederick, just not considered a city. So
the whole state of Delaware is one city.
it is going to be the first like far future mega city.
Yeah. If it doesn't, it's not underwater in 20 years.
Okay. So I guess it's a tie between Katie and Rose. Do either of you have a strong desire to be
I think it would probably be Katie.
Okay.
Because we definitely had, we also had horse and carriages going through.
Looks like Katie wins by the lack of one stop. All right, Katie. So would you like to set up a scene or would you like to resolve the scene?
I guess set up since there are no scenes.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, who do you want your scene to be with?
Let's do East and West and Rosalind Smith.
Okay, yeah. So that sounds like you guys are probably on the ranch. Yeah, so let's jump in with you guys on the ranch.
Rosalind.
Yes, darling.
There's something very exciting.
Oh?
Yeah. I can't shovel anymore. Hey, I gotta tell you about it.
Well, all right then. Let's hear it.
One of the mice had a baby.
Oh my.
Well, like more than one. Mice have a lot of babies at the same time, but it has more weight if you say having a baby than had many, offspring, which is really happened. But but it's cooler if you say having a baby.
Yeah, I understand that, but there enough room in the cages?
I don't know. Probably not. Based on my knowledge of mice needs, it's definitely going to get overcrowded in there 5 minutes ago.
Right.
In
Well,
fact, it already did. That's what I'm saying. It's already overcrowded in there.
so what I'm hearing is I need to go take care of the cages.
What I'm saying is the mice escaped.
Good Lord.
They got overpopulated, they got irritable, and then they felt, I mean, I wanted to check on them. I heard them, you know, making their little mouse sounds, and I got worried. I felt like they was talking to me, so I thought I'd just check on them. So I opened the cage, but I forgot they can jump.
Yeah, that is in their name.
So they done jumped right up out of the cage and all over the floor, and I tries to catch them, but they just kept jumping, and I can't jump as high as them.
All right. We're just gonna have to organize all the hands. Whoever we can get volunteer, we're gonna just have to go find some mice.
I know someone who's real good at catching things and putting them in enclosed spaces and getting from one place to another. Maybe I can ask her.
Oddly specific.
Yeah, I do it a lot. It's really fun. We pick up all sorts of creatures, and mostly cows, but all sorts of things, and put them in enclosed spaces and take them from one space to another.
I think we'll smash cut to East and West and the deputy. with East. I guess that's your first name is just East.
Yeah.
with East describing their predicament to Deputy Eudora.
And they was all in the rafters, but I can't get that high.
The rafters. Wow, the vertical leap on that.
I know. I wasn't expecting it. They's like crickets, but like not in your basement. They're up in the sun.
And fuzzy.
And they have little babies all over the place. They breed like mice.
I understand. Yeah, I think I might have cages small enough for that. Is this a under the cover of darkness deal, or are we free to go in the daylight? They've been branded. You branded these mice?
Oh, I hadn't really thought about that. I didn't know if it was a covert operation or not. I mean, the mice, it was kind of like a oops, we happened to pond them. But they seem, I don't know. There's just something deep down inside of me that makes me think they are valuable.
Well, I can tell you, I've never seen a mouse jump, and I think if you entered that into, one of them there, I bet my mouse can jump higher than your mouse. I think this would be a very lucrative business venture. So
I know
I'm
it.
definitely in. Yeah.
And you'd think, because they're smaller than cows, that they'd be less valuable. But I'm thinking with the jumping thing that I don't know. We could really, like, if we enter it in a competition, we could really, people would look at us different, you know?
Oh, definitely. Ooh, we could get on the vaudeville circuit. We could play all the houses and kind of like, like a flea circus kind of deal, but with jumping mice. I think there's an idea here. I got to get some paper and write this down.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not much of a performer, but that makes me a little nervous thinking about that. What if they don't want to be on display?
Oh, that is true. I suppose we should consider their needs.
I mean, they were unhappy enough in the cage. Just black out of a frying pan into a fire.
That's true, but you do get to travel on the open road, and going on tour is one of the most fun things you can do as a person, and I assume as a mouse.
I think that's a positive outcome for Eudora. They've got like a cool vaudeville plan. Does everyone agree with that? Yeah, all right. All right, so let's move on to Sheriff Eugene Stubbs. You want to set up a scene for the sheriff, or do you want to resolve a scene for the sheriff?
I want to set up a scene.
All right. What's the sheriff up to? And who with?
Sheriff is talking to Does Rosalind Smith know about? Rosalind is super aware of the mice, right?
Oh yeah.
Rosalind.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So can it be Rosalind and Eudora?
Sure.
All right.
Are you guys just in the
Ooh,
sheriff's
no.
office? Where you at?
Yeah, we're in the sheriff's office.
Sure.
That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, let's pick it up in the sheriff's office with the deputy sheriff and Rosalind.
Howdy, Miss Rosaline. Lovely to meet you.
Yes.
Hey there, Rosalind. So,
Hi, Sheriff.
so I called you in here cuz I got talked to by Mr. Greenville, your employer. He said he's been having a hard time with his grain storage, and there's a bunch of holes all up in his bags of feed and grain, and he's having a real hard time with some disease or whatever with some of the sheep, and he suggested that I investigate the problem, and I just wanted to know if y'all seen anything relating to that.
Well, Sheriff, can I be honest with you?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Safe space.
this might sound a little strange. We have a bit of a infestation, if you will. But we'll handle it. Don't you worry. It's not dangerous. It's not going to kill anyone. I will make sure Mr. Greenville is compensated for the damage and his missing grain. But we'll take care of it.
Eudora said I could trust you.
Mm-hmm. She is the mighty kindest person in this town, I swear.
Thank you, Deputy.
In fact, I have a barn cat if you would like to maybe try that around.
Deputy, I appreciate your offer. We don't need a cat.
That's totally good. I understand sometimes people have those allergies, and sometimes, you're just not a cat person.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Have you tried a sheepdog? I heard that thing about the sheep.
Sheepdogs can round up critters.
Maybe whatever is in your barn or your sheep pen is, susceptible to being rounded up. Who knows? Stranger things have happened.
I'd not consider that. We're gonna have to talk about that.
Yes, absolutely. Let me walk you to the door.
Eudora, I can walk her to the door if you don't mind. As the sheriff and all.
Oh, well, thank you, Sheriff.
And I take her on. I'm so sweaty. My hands are shaking. I let Eudora walk with us. Again, I'm 17.
Well, Sheriff, I'm glad to see you've got some good manners, unlike your uncle.
Oh, what about my uncle? He's always been a gentleman to me. He is a little coarse with the ladies. That is true, but I've never really followed his example. You know, I've followed his example other ways, sure, but I've really taken to heart what my mama always told me.
No, my dear, you're a good boy, Sheriff.
Thank you, Miss Rosaline. Thanks so much.
Oh, Eugene, what a precious bean. I think that scene went good for Eugene. He had a positive outcome out of that one.
Yeah.
All right. I think I am going to set up a scene for Chester. I think it's going to be we're going to be at our house on the decent part of town, or my house. Well, I guess it is our house now on the decent part of town. Chester's got a real nice house, owning the newspaper and all. I think this scene is gonna have Eugene, and who wants to play Mr. Greenfield, the ranch owner?
Ooh, I'll do it.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be between me, Eugene, and Mr. Greenfield, the ranch owner. And I've called Mr. Greenfield into my parlor. I've offered him some fine cigars and a glass of the finest scotch.
How do you smoke cigars?
Now, Mr. Greenfield, I hear you come to my nephew Eugene here with a mouse problem.
You heard right.
Now, Mr. Greenfield, I don't rightly think that a mouse problem's something for the law to worry about. Isn't that right, Eugene?
Well, I mean...
See, the sheriff agrees with me.
That's what I heard.
So why don't you just call this tomfoolery off and let my dear nephew do his duty as sheriff and actually and enforce the law in this town instead of chasing around critters.
Now you see, his eyes got a question for Chester.
Yes, of course, Mr. Baldwin, but sure.
Right. All right. So stays your. What do? You harvest paper.
Well, I run the Territorial Sentinel, a fine newspaper in these parts, read far and wide throughout the territory.
All right, so you make the papers.
That's right.
Now let me pose this hypothetical situation to you, Mr. Baldwin, of the paper. What if you opened up your paper barn where you keep all your papers?
Printing press, but sure.
And you find holes in everything you hold dear. All the papers have holes in them. How's that going to make you feel, Mr. Baldwin?
Well, I dare say I would feel right vexed about it, but I don't think I'd go calling the sheriff.
Now, say, looks closer at these there holes, and you can't tell what made them. But you think maybe it might be some kind of a beast, kind of a shady business.
They could have been knife cuts.
You see there, Mr. Greenfield. They could have been knife cuts.
Exactly.
Hey, sorry.
No, Sheriff. You speak your mind. You're the sheriff, after all.
That's just what I was thinking in my head personally.
See, the sheriff's already formulating a plan. He's already got a list of suspects. I dare say we're gonna find some rascals with some knives, and not any dang rodents.
So then, in the end, I should have called the police. That was what I was supposed to do.
But not on a bunch of critters.
But how? But I just does what I'm supposed to do. I've been raised to do. Call the sheriff. Every time you're a little boy, you say, Mama, there's something under my bed. I don't ever sound like that. I never sound like that in my whole life. You say, Mama, there's something under my bed.
Yes, you're a very masculine child.
And then Mama says, well, what are you going to do about it? I could call the sheriff or do nothing at all. All right? That's how I was raised.
Those are the two options in this town. Call the sheriff or do nothing at all.
Exactly. So I has two choices. One of them is do nothing at all about these holes in my grain, in my sheep's wool. You know what a sheep looks like when it has holes in its wool? Not very fluffy.
I can't say that I do, Mr. Greenfield.
Not very fluffy.
I generally don't muck about with livestock.
Are you insinuating something about livestock?
No, just that my profession doesn't generally afford me the opportunity to be with animals.
All right. So anyways, I could have done nothing, or I could have called the sheriff. So I called the sheriff.
And from what I hear, Eugene was there with bells on, ready to investigate like a good.
And I even brought my notebook this time, unlike last time where I couldn't remember dang thing.
Yes, of course. So I suppose that means that you're gonna still need the services of the sheriff. We can't convince you otherwise.
I believe that is what it is.
I see. Well, Mr. Greenfield, I can assure you, my nephew is gonna get to the bottom of this clearly gang of knife-wielding maniacs that have a lust for cutting holes in bags.
And I hope for your sake, Mr. Baldwin, that they don't hit your bar next. Because let me tell you what, my bag's made of canvas, and that's much stronger than any paper.
I dare say you're right, Mr. Greenfield. I do apologize for wasting your time.
Damn straight.
Right. I think that went poorly. I think he got talked into a corner. All right, Jess, do you want to set up a scene for Rosalind or resolve a scene for Rosalind?
I feel like I would like to resolve the scene.
All right. So what do we want to see Rosalind doing?
I think it's going to be Rosalind trying to
you're resolving
these mice.
We get to decide what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's what we're thinking.
Yeah. But I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I would like to see.
Yeah. Who's she doing it with?
I imagine Eastan.
Yeah, I think Eastan's gonna get in there.
Possibly Eudora, if Eudora is offering her services.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the sheriff, because again, we don't want these mice getting a lot of attention.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So go ahead and kick us off then.
All right. Got the cages.
Many cages.
Got the cages.
Got the cages.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the aged chatter.
Mm-hmm.
Got the aged chatter.
It's a 5-year. This was I had to trade.
That is old.
Like a dueling pistol for this.
Oh,
that is older than my youngest cousin.
Oh,
well,
body. No.
We are gonna have to put these cages up high. That's where they like to be. Up high. Down. Well, no, up high.
Up high.
Up high.
Up high. All right. And Eastan, darling, did you happen to get a count of the offspring?
I did actually. Total, there are 247 of them.
Ooh.
Or at least that's what their mama said.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, how long have you had these mice?
Well, had them for a bit, but this is the first time they've done this. All right.
Usually we keep them in a small box, but we hadn't realized how many.
That is what happens when you keep stuff in a small box. They can only be occupied a couple of different ways.
It's like if you put, isn't there a thing about water? No, that said it changes the shape of whatever you put it in. Never mind.
Oh, fascinating.
But mice are not like water.
No.
They just multiply. They're like if you accidentally hooked like your sink up to a geyser. Or your outhouse up to a geyser.
Or if you leave the yeast out too long.
Yeah.
There's a stirring in one of the feed bags up in the loft.
Don't hurt it.
Do you have any stilts? Cause I think I'm just gonna make some stilts.
Yeah, well, I mean, go get a ladder, but you do what you want to do, Deputy.
Eudora is very resourceful. This one time, we were looking at these prize steers, and I was like, "Well, what are we gonna do? They're prize steers. They know how to get away from a lasso." And so, Dora hooked up this like little device thing, and it electrocuted them. They passed out, and that's how we got them in the car.
True story. Okay.
Don't worry, they lived.
That was not my question, but what you got there, Deputy?
All right, I think I have one.
All right.
One mouse?
Well, it depends. There's a couple of them are nibbling on my fingers. They none of them were foaming, were they? Just as like a note.
Not that I remember.
Cool.
No.
Well,
okay.
I'm trying to think.
You guys got the traps
about
ready?
what foam looks like.
Yeah. We got the cage ready.
All right, cool. Have you ever been to a lake or like an ocean? You know how it gets all those bubbles? None of them had like mouth bubbles, did they?
I have never been any body of water.
Oh, okay. We're doing that.
Besides the well.
Once we get rich, we're doing that.
But I'm so in.
Cages are ready?
Cages are ready.
Okay, I'm just going to pull it down real fast and try to get it in the cage, and then we'll get them off of me later. Right?
I love that for you.
All right.
Cool. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Did Rosalind catch the mouse? That's what you decided to resolve, so you get to decide whether you succeed or not.
Oh. Yes.
Hey.
Yeehaw, as it were.
Yeehaw.
Ow.
All right. Rose, do you want to set up a scene for East, or do you want to resolve a scene for East?
I would like to set up a scene.
Okay.
With Esther talking about organizing and advertising a mouse competition.
Okay. Yeah, so Chester's in the center of town. I think East is there after a day of work. Chester's standing on a soapbox. And so I decided that our little town of desolation could use a bit of levity in these trying times, and I decided to start a cute little mouse competition. We're gonna have ourselves a real mouse sport championship, and the winner of this here championship gonna find themselves fully taken care of. We're gonna have the finest mice from across the county, across the whole territory, coming in, and it's gonna be wild. Everyone, I just need you to sign right here enter your competition mice. But I warned you, we got some ringers coming in from across the territory.
This, I feel like Eudora's here. Because we're in this together.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baldwin. You will not regret this.
This
Oh,
is such an amazing opportunity.
deputy and friend. Y'all is signing up?
Oh, yeah. We're one of those ringers you talked about. Sure enough.
Oh, no, you're not. But
We could be, you don't know.
It's true. I do believe we are.
no, you see, a ringer is specifically someone I have paid to come in and compete.
Well,
I didn't know what that was.
In that case, I believe we are.
That's fine.
I mean, we could be if you wanted.
It's true.
Do
You could pay us.
y'all happen to have talented mice to enter this competition? Who would have known?
You, in fact.
We do. We have the most talented mice. Now, I know that she might be biased, but their mom said that they know how to dance.
It's true. You know Elijah with his jug band? They love it. They eat it up.
And if you have a drum and you beat it, they
Mhm.
jump up and down.
I swear I saw one do-si-do with another one the other day. I swear. My hand to God.
It's
Well,
really, really quaint.
Well, I very much doubt that. But if you'll sign on this line here, we'll enter y'all's mice in this competition.
Wait, I sign.
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of them. You're one of them farmhands. What works for Mr. Greenfield, ain't you?
Yes, sir, that's me.
You got yourself some ranch mice, do you?
I do. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, to me, they're more than just ranch mice. They're my friends.
Mhm.
I'm sure they are.
Me and my buddy Rosalind, we catch them and
Excuse
we put
me?
them. I'm sorry.
What name did you say to me?
I said me and my buddy
Mm-hmm. And then you said a
Rosalind.
name. You said,
We catch them and. I'm sorry. What'd you say, sir?
I don't mean cast dispersions, but I don't know if ranch mice is the type of mice that we're going to want in our competition. We're looking for a finer pedigree of
But
mouse.
sir, I already signed.
It's true. And be that as it may, there is no stipulation in your ad that says you can't use ranch mice.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but I make the rules.
But this was my idea.
You know what? You're right. I apologize. You're already signed up and everything. Oh, look. Oh, I done spilled ink all over the entry form. It's all
That wasn't
blacked
very
out.
nice.
It was an accident.
Hmm.
Mr. Baldwin,
Yes.
I do believe that this is heresy.
I think you may have been having one of them situations where you.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's trying to keep me out of the competition.
Now let's not go flying off the handle here. Let's just everybody calm down and we'll just get another entry form written up here and you can put your mark on it, I suppose.
Thank you so much, Mr. Baldwin.
You're so good to us.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best newspaper man there ever was, isn't he?
And don't y'all forget it. That went pretty good with her for East. All right. Eudora, what scene are we doing with Eudora? You setting up or are you resolving?
Let's set one up with let's do me and Eugene.
All right. Where you at?
Jailhouse.
Okay.
Passing time.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Eugene, I have a question for you, and it is thusly. Have you taken a shine to Miss Rosalind? Just, as just a friendly query, a question. I noticed there was a vibe while y'all were talking, and I did have to wring your shirt out after. So I just, you get good at reading people when you're a deputy.
Did you notice Miss Rosaline had any feelings toward me? Because I was just being a gentleman,
You
I
were.
was
You
just
took her arm and everything.
as a gentleman,
Mhm.
good, as a
Okay.
fine lady of her standing.
Mhm.
Uh,
I have not known anything about her. I have not heard anything about her, any rumblings in town about, how she feels about you. However, I do know that there is some bad blood between her and your uncle. So you may want to sort that out at some point. I don't know a lot of the specifics, but I do know that today in town, when we were trying to sign our mice up for when we were trying to sign up for a competition that your uncle was running, uh, her name got brought up, and then he spilled ink on our form. So
well,
there's
I,
some weirdness there.
he's never mentioned her before. But I know that he has several relations with the ladies down at Ms. Barnett's, and that's all I really know about. He don't like to talk about it much. I
Oh.
shouldn't even really be talking to you about it.
Oh, you're fine. You're
I'm sorry.
good. This
Yeah,
is a safe space.
gossip really is the devil's work, but if you want to know,
I do.
that's all I really know. And I do know Miss Rosaline is quite a few years older than me, and she probably really wouldn't want to deal with the likes of me.
Oh, don't you sell yourself short, Eugene. You are a catch for any woman of a certain age, but you should probably get a couple years older. I know you've been drinking since you're 12, but
Well, uh, thank you so much.
Of
That's the kind
course.
thing you've said in a couple
You're
days.
you're a sheriff, Eugene. You have standing in this community. Any woman would love to go out with you. Just
You
saying.
really mean it?
I do indeed.
Oh, gee. Maybe I will write to Miss Rosaline after all, but I'm a little concerned about my uncle. Probably my uncle knows what he. My uncle. I don't. Maybe it was just coincidence.
I mean, it could have been, but
Why would he know anything about Miss Rosaline other than they being of a certain age?
not quite sure. All I can say is a shadow passed over his face.
Passes over his face about once a day.
Oh, well, I must have seen it this time. It was startling.
Well, he's a man he's a very smart man, and that's what smart men do. They think about things while they're planning out their lives, while they're telling you that you got to move to the smaller bedroom and then lock the bedroom that you were in, don't let you in, and now you're basically in a broom closet. But that's because he cares, and he's got a lot going on. And I don't think I like the way that you're talking about him.
Oh, I meant no disrespect. Nothing at all. I just thought, because I did see the way that you behaved with Miss Rosaline, if you want to continue anything further, especially being that you are still in your uncle's house, I would just, make sure that works out or is worked out or is in the process of being worked out, before you take her to a square dance or a creek for a cool walk or,
Or
swim.
the church dance this Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That is this Sunday. Oh my God. Thank you. I plumb near forgot. Oh.
do. Perhaps, but
For sure. You do what your heart wants, Eugene. You are a catch.
you just
All right. Do we think that scene went well for Eudora or not?
Midland. Decidedly Midland.
Well, it's got to be one or the other. It does have to be a net positive or a net negative.
She wants me to investigate my uncle, right? That's what she wanted out of that.
So that sounds like she did not get that at all.
Okay. That's a negative.
That's a negative outcome. All right, Sheriff Eugene, you want to set up a scene or you want to resolve a scene?
Can I set up a scene with you?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about Miss Rosalind.
Okay, sure.
And that's it.
I think I'm in my study. I've got a bunch of papers on my desk that I'm looking through, being very important and whatnot.
I know it's.
Oh, Eugene, I didn't even notice you there. You gotta put a bell on you, Jesus. All right.
I'll look into it for sure.
It was a euphemism, boy. That's fine. Just be a little louder with your steps, I suppose.
All right.
What can I do for you, Sheriff?
The title never gets old. It's been 6 months, but I still really respect. Still my first job.
And you're doing fine at it.
Thank you so much.
What can I do you for?
I am, as you know, doing a little bit of investigating into the whatever's caught stabbing into those grain feeds and the.
Oh yeah, the great mystery.
Yes, and yes, it's quite a mystery because I cannot figure out who would take such a tiny little knife to these feed sacks. What kind of knife are they using? I don't know. And so I was wondering.
I'm sure you'll figure it out someday, Eugene.
I sure hope so, sir. I sure hope so. And I was wondering if you had any knowledge of small sharp objects, like if you would not that I'm accusing you or anything of anything, but if you knew anything about small pointy objects.
Did you forget what knives were, Eugene?
No, I did. I do know what a knife is. But
why don't you say knife?
Because I wasn't sure.
If I knew what a knife was, I know what a knife is, Eugene.
I was wondering if there was something other than a knife, perhaps, that was small and sharp that I'm missing.
That could cut a hole in a sack?
Perhaps, like a tiny thumbtack, perhaps, or who would have access to teeny little sewing needles, or those things that you use to stick the letter ends on the sheet. Not that I'm accusing you of anything, sir. I just don't know if there's anything smaller than a knife.
No, I don't think there is anything really smaller than a knife unless someone was taking a pair of shears to them.
But and why would somebody do that?
They wouldn't, Eugene.
All right. I was talking to one of the ranch hands about it, and she said that.
Are you talking about that? You talking about that West girl?
I was talking to East and West.
She seems like a lovely thing.
Oh, she's something else, but there's
They're easily manipulated.
Who? I could not catch that, for I
No,
was
it's fine. Sorry, go on.
thinking over
I
top.
didn't say nothing. No, don't you worry about it, Eugene.
All right. And I just was it was actually her cohort, the older woman. I believe her name was Miss Smith.
I think it's a pretty common last name.
I do her name might have been perhaps Rosaline.
Eugene Stubbs. Not want to hear that name ever spoken in this house ever again. You hear me, boy?
Why?
I do not need to explain myself to you, Eugene Stubbs.
Absolutely not, sir. I am very sorry. I will go to my room without any supper tonight.
And as you should.
All right. I'm sorry I ever asked. Bye. I will see you in the morning.
I will see you in the morning.
He legitimately walks to his bedroom.
I think that ended poorly for Eugene.
Not a great outcome.
Maybe not unexpected, but definitely poorly.
Absolutely. Eugene will. It will take a lot to get Eugene to do anything to stand up for himself.
All right. Coming to me, I think I'm gonna resolve a scene. So what's Chester up to, everyone?
Oh, so many things.
What do we want to see Chester doing? Or I guess we should start with, who is he doing something with? Okay.
Trying to rig.
Sure.
Doing some weird shady shit with like the mouse. You know how like they had boxes for like mouse fighting?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we all know this.
Oh my god.
Maybe maybe he's hiring the.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Let's get a couple. Who wants to be the ringers that are being hired?
I'll take one.
Does everyone want to just be one?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yes.
Perfect. I think we're meeting in like the back room of the printing press. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of light. There's just like a couple lanterns. There are definitely windows in this room, but Chester has closed them to put a specific sinister atmosphere. The smell of ink is pervading the air. Now, I've called the four of you here because you're all very professional. What I'm asking you, I am going for the classic Cincinnati fix. All right, we got ourselves a mouse competition that I need y'all to win by any means necessary. No holds barred, if you will. Do whatever crime you want, if you get my meaning.
What's the pay like?
Oh, the pay is absolutely fantastic. I'm talking several dollars.
Whole dollars, dang.
$.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
sir.
We talking about. So I've been burned before. We talking about union money? Or we talking about that trash?
Oh, no. You misunderstand me. I'm talking about gold. Freshly minted coin, if you will.
well.
Untraceable.
Yeah, how do you trace that? Can you trace a gold coin?
You can if it's 1890s.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know what? Probably. Yeah, they're probably untraceable.
Probably works.
I
You
believe
probably should.
probably is better than not.
Probably is better than not.
Absolutely.
No, sir.
Absolutely, probably is better than.
I have the Duchess right here if you want to see. She's a real good mouse. She can jump and she can waltz with like a, a corn
in a
husk.
mouse way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But what sort of what are you gonna do to guarantee your victory?
So I got a mouse here named Killer.
I like it already.
It's what he does. He's the most vicious bestiate we've ever bred. We only bred the most vicious, violent mice. He's biting me right now, but it's worth it just to show you this mouse.
Oh hell yeah! See, that's the kind of shit I want.
I'll get the gauze.
Jesus Christ, I gotta put it back.
I'm
You-
giving it to you, hon.
You sideways hat, Bobby. What do you got?
I got the gauze.
Oh, you're just the Gauls person. You don't got your own situation. I didn't realize you were.
Oh,
I didn't realize
asked
you
me-
was a team. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I do have a mouse.
Oh yeah. What? Give me the situation. Give me the
All right.
details.
Black eyes.
Ooh, ooh, black
Oh, but you
eyes.
can't see him because he sells under the. What does he do? Honestly, I don't even. But
Okay.
most
I-
likely,
Most of this competition does happen in the light of day in the center of town, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
that might be a challenge for Black Eyes.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I got 2 words for you.
Mhm.
Painted cheese.
Painted. God damn. That's what I'm talking about.
That makes sense.
Well, it sounds like I've assembled a regular rogues gallery of mice fixing people. Which was honestly, I'm shocked that y'all even exist. Like this was a really niche thing that I needed, and you was there. You was easy to find. I didn't realize this was such a situation.
We all travel the circuit together.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a circuit.
Yeah, but if you try to hire our competitors, Black Ice is coming for you.
Yeah.
I will have to assume you are correct. But
Because
this has
you will
been
never
very,
see.
very profitable for me. So I think we have a deal.
Wonderful.
Got a deal?
I believe we
Perfect.
do.
I will shake each of your hands in turn. Very good. Very good. Hot damn. All right. Yeah, so that was definitely positive.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely positive.
Everybody, return your hats to symbolize that we are no longer criminals.
Symbolize that time has passed.
Speaking of time passing, we are about halfway through, so now the tilt happens. I'm gonna roll some dice for us here.
Hell yeah.
All right, so it's gonna be Jess and Amber to get to pick the tilt. So Amber, I need you to pick a category of mayhem, tragedy, innocence, guilt, paranoia, or failure.
Oh no.
My sentiments exactly.
Mayhem.
Mayhem. All right. Jess, you can either pick from this list or give me a number between 1 and 6 and have it randomly happen.
Let's go random.
Okay. Just give me a number between 1 and 6.
4.
4. Magnificent self-destruction. All right, Jess, I need you to pick a category between mayhem, tragedy, innocence, guilt, paranoia, and failure.
Tragedy.
Tragedy. All right, Amber, do you want to pick or do you want to give me a random number?
Oh, random number, baby.
All right, 1 through 6.
5.
Confusion followed by pain.
That does sound like tragedy.
Yes.
All right. So, what happened? There's magnificent self-destruction and confusion followed by pain. So I think what happens is all these mice fixing goons get together. They get in for the fix. They start doing their nefarious deeds. And then I think Killer gets loose.
Duchess.
I think Killer goes on a rampage.
Yeah, because we don't see.
So many dead mice.
He only knows the taste of
It
blood.
only knows the taste of blood.
Oh God.
So I think when we want to jump to the day of the competition.
Or
I do
like,
feel like Black Ice.
I wasn't 100% sure Black Ice was real, so
Oh.
sure.
Oh yeah. Well, if Black Ice is real.
we want to jump to like right after the rampage.
Okay, yeah.
Guys,
yeah,
be
yeah.
careful driving when it's really cold after rains, after water. Black Ice actually.
Oh, very much so.
We're
All right, so
making
we'll
a joke out of it.
We'll
Be
pick up
careful.
with Rosalind. There's been absolute mayhem at the mice storage. Do you want to set up the scene or do you want to resolve the scene?
I think I would like to set up the scene.
Okay, sure. Where's Rosalind?
Rosalind is gonna confront Esther,
Okay, sure.
possibly at the newspaper.
Okay, yeah. You just storm straight into his office.
Storming straight in.
Okay, sure. So I think you storm in. Chester like freezes at his desk.
What in God's good name did you do?
What you're talking about?
Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes, Chester. I know you.
You don't know nothing, Rosaline Smith, if that is your real name.
I know. You started this competition. Lord knows why. Who has a mouse competition? What?
Oh, excuse me for trying to bring a little levity into our little town.
Oh, levity. Is that what you're going to call it?
That's what I'm going to call it, yes.
Levity includes countless dead critters covering the town square. Yeah, that's levity.
Well, that certainly wasn't my intention, Rosaline.
Are you going to take responsibility for this?
How am I, Esther Baldwin, going to be able to take responsibility for something that was clearly a tragic accident and a decision from God Almighty himself? Who am I to judge? The wild animals, Rosaline. They're gonna hurt each other.
Where are the entry papers?
I have them filed away. And you can't see them.
Fine.
They are private information, and you're going to need some kind of warrant to see them.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have to talk to your nephew, aren't I?
Good luck with that, Rosaline.
Just you wait. Gonna get you, Chester.
I don't think that's true, Rosaline. Don't think Rosaline got what she wanted out of that.
Not quite.
No,
Nah.
yeah. All right, East. You want to set up a scene or do you want to resolve the scene?
I think
Okay. So where do we think East is? Are they did their mouse survive the massacre? I want to say yes.
I do too.
It would be
That was
very
sad.
sad. Yeah, it would be very sad otherwise.
Because Black Ice is invisible, so Killer couldn't see you.
Hey, that's not my mouse.
No,
That's-
sorry. Yeah, that was the fixer mouse. Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, maybe it was me the whole time. Maybe I was.
Master of disguise.
Playing both.
One soul surviving woodland jumping.
Jumping
mouse.
mouse. Yep.
Incredible. Um,
See?
Yeah, so I think it's East and Eudora.
I've never seen so much rodent destruction in my life. It really makes you think.
I think
I agree. Let's find all of our jumping mice and let's put them. Do I have? Yeah, I have
we can do
enough.
a lot of things. Box.
Oh, that's true. I was gonna say if we give them each their own individual box, would that be better? Would they feel more spoken for that
I
way?
wonder if maybe. Oh, okay. What if we giant hole in the middle and right? Oh, okay. Right where people will see it. Right across the street from from the newspaper place because people are always going there.
Beautiful.
And
I love it.
yeah, and we bury them right out there.
They
And
deserve it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But I think this might be a covert operation, smuggling dead bodies of mice out into
You know, covert operation is my middle name, girl.
I know we do it together real well, don't
We
we?
do. Oh, I'll get the plow. And
But the good news is that Layla was the best dancer, so and she's still here.
Oh, I'm so glad she
It's very
survived.
sad that all her siblings died.
It's true, but
there were 247 of them.
Oh,
I'm very perplexed by how that could have happened.
Perhaps it was some tainted corn or feed or
I'm digging.
I don't know. An act of God. What even?
I can't imagine God would do that.
I hope not.
But I can't imagine that there might be more to this story. I mean, what if somebody heard about our jumping mice?
It's true.
They wouldn't like that.
They wouldn't.
And we haven't been very subtle.
We have not. I mean, really, it's a really cool thing. And there's so much, there hasn't been a lot of gold in the mine for a real long time. The brothel just closed down the street. Now there's just that one brothel that's kind of iffy.
And we just wanted to bring people joy about something.
This was a bright spot. Real
now
bright
it's a red spot.
No, you said it. No.
But it's okay because we're going to have a happy burial, which is what really means something. All right.
You're right.
Dearly beloved.
We're going to do this.
We are gathered here under the cover of night to witness the passing of the best mice there ever damn was. That's all I've got.
I think that scene went pretty good for me.
I think so too. In spite of the sad.
Yeah, it was very sad, but it was very good.
Very moving.
All right, Katie, what's Eudora up to? You're gonna set up a scene. You're gonna resolve a scene.
I would like to resolve a scene between.
Oh, you don't get to pick.
Oh, never mind. I would like to resolve a scene. Never. Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah. So, what do we think Eudora is doing?
Chester finds the burial.
Okay. So is that
like, because it's right there. It's not.
Yeah.
Right We're not subtle.
I think it's the next morning.
Yeah.
And Eudora is the one who responds to the
Yeah.
Sorry.
Eugene with her?
Yeah, is Eugene with her, or is Eugene off doing something else? You're muted.
I feel like it's Eugene is there because it's like his uncle and his deputy,
Mhm.
and so he's like caught in the middle
Sure.
between
Poor
the,
baby.
and Eudora's like desperately trying to get him on her side because she's like, but he's a sea sponge, so
I don't think Chester has even noticed Eugene is there.
no. Standing behind Eudora,
Yeah.
and it's like just the brim of his hat.
It's true.
Now,
Drunk.
Deputy Eudora, just real quick here, y'all notice anything different about the front of my business?
I see you have still not cleaned up a bunch of the rodent carcasses, but aside from that, I do not see anything different, sir.
You don't see anything different.
No,
Y'all thought this mound that was right in front of my door. Y'all think that's was there before?
the topography around your business is your business, sir. That is
While I do agree with that, this is on the street. Which seems like that would be a thing for the sheriff's office to take care of.
Ooh. Perhaps we could tamp some stuff down a little bit. Maybe there was a weird rogue earthquake in the middle of the night and some things shifted.
Rogue earthquakes generally don't plant crude crosses in the middle of the mound.
Is
You
there
see.
a pile of bodies or is there dirt on top of it?
Yeah, is it? Did you cover it back up, or is it just
Is it a mountain of
just a mouse hole?
I think we left the top open so they could feel free to roam.
It's an open casket. Yeah, it's an open casket.
What they would have wanted.
Exactly. They only wanted space. Craziness.
Do you not see this mass grave of mice that is in front of my business? There has to be at least 247 in here.
Now that you pointed it out, I do see that, sir.
And what do you intend to do about this?
Okay. Hear me out. We take one of the front windows from the brothel that closed down and we put it right here so that they can see the stars. That is what I think we should do.
Eugene,
Yes.
talk some sense into your deputy.
Well, I do think that glass isn't going to let any of the air in, so it'll help preserve the bodies if that's what she's looking to do.
Eugene, I want this gone away from my business.
Oh,
I don't want a mass grave of mice in front of my front door, Eugene.
But they're
You
already there.
Yeah, they are. And
If
what
you-
do you intend to do about it?
If you move them, you're gonna get haunted. That's how ghosts work, sir.
Well, sir, Mr. Baldwin, I sure don't want to be haunted for the rest of my life by a horde of mouse demons.
And these ones can jump.
I don't want to be haunted for the rest of my life, sir. with
All
a
right. Well, would the
horde of
two of
mouse
y'all at least do your jobs and find out what rapscallion did this? What absolute bastard put all these mice here?
We
Those are-
can. I mean, that is what I was thinking about doing for sure.
Good. You should start with Rosaline Smith.
Right. Miss
Rosaline
Smith,
Smith.
In fact, I'd just slap the bracelets on her right now and take her right into jail.
Sir, that's not how the justice system works.
I think I know how the justice system works.
Yeah, he did give me the book that I can't read.
Oh,
See, I gave him the book that he can't read.
well, we can read it can read it to you on the way to see Rosalind Smith, but I do not think she had anything to do with this.
This sounds like something that absolute bastard of a woman would do.
Sir, you have some pretty harsh words for her. I'm wondering, are you okay? Are you seeing like
I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, no, you know what? No, I'm not fine. There's a mass grave of mice in front of my business.
And it
is
does
very
smell.
I'm very far from fine.
I am. It is a little. It does stink, and I have to say that so a glass window panel would cut down on the smell for sure.
I'm not putting a goddamn piece of glass on front of a grave in front of my business. I'm just gonna put dirt over it.
Well, the goal I thought was to honor the dead, sir. Got to give them a good Christian burial.
They are mice. They are goddamn mice. They are wild animals. Eugene, use some goddamn sense.
But they're amazing, sir. Did you see what they were?
I'm sorry, Deputy. Are you familiar with these 247 mice?
No. Not those 247 mice.
Eudora, do you want to take the afternoon off? Would you like to take the afternoon off for a period of good Christian mourning?
I'll take a lunch break, but I just want to help you read.
Sweet Mary, Mother of Christ.
Work some things out.
And then we can go talk to Ms. Rosalind and acquit her name of any of this nonsense.
Or, more likely, find out she's the guilty party.
We will decide that she's guilty or not. Probably guilty, I guess.
Almost certainly guilty.
It is our place as deputy. It is our place as law enforcement officials to remain objective
and impartial.
Yeah,
like the good Lord intended.
And also, sir, I would remind you that this was your mouse competition, and thus the blame for all of these corpses and the cleaning up of them does fall squarely on your shoulders and the shoulders of your newspaper. This is your doing inadvertently, but these are the consequences. So stick that in your pipe. I'm taking a long lunch.
That didn't go well for Eudora, I don't think. I don't think Eudora got what she wanted.
Was the goal to keep the mice there?
Oh, that's true.
Boom! Boomtown.
That's true.
Guys, we're running out of good outcomes.
It's true. We're running out of good outcomes.
I take it back.
All right. Sheriff Eugene Stubbs. You want to set up a scene or resolve a scene?
I want to set up a scene.
All right. What you setting up?
Give me that disaster. I want to talk to Miss Rosalind.
Sure.
And probably, I guess maybe East Ann is there because they work together.
Okay. Are you just going to the ranch or where are you meeting them?
Well, I was just gonna head. Can we be? Because she's working, so I'm gonna have to go to the ranch.
Well, it can be at any time. So.
Oh, that's true. So did we set up at the saloon?
Yeah.
Set up like a casual discussion at the saloon. But the saloon is the only saloon / brothel in town.
The other one did close.
The other one closed. Yep.
It was just a mess in there.
There's a jaunty piano tune being played and all the classic tropes. I think it's packed. I think it's absolutely packed. There's no way this is going to be a nice casual conversation.
No. But I'm gonna Eugene did not plan. Sorry.
There's a game of high stakes poker happening at the next table over.
Yes. All right. Now, Ms. Eudora, I asked you to come to meet me here.
Oh wait, me.
Not Eudora. Oh, I
Sorry.
messed it up. Y'all got such beautiful names.
I appreciate you, Sheriff. I'm gonna go cry in the corner again.
Absolutely. They've got a crying room upstairs.
Oh,
Sheriff,
perfect.
Sheriff, you're gonna have to speak up. It's
Someone's on the balcony like, crying room, $5. Come on down.
Oh, thank you so much.
So Ms. Rosaline, I did ask you to meet me here at a neutral place of business as a show of good faith. And I was wondering if I could perhaps first buy you a drink, but also ask you a few questions about the pile of mouse corpses in front of my uncle's printing shop.
Well, Sheriff, I'll take a drink. But I'm gonna have some questions too, if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely, as we are respectable people and we are people who can talk to each other like regular two grown people.
Sheriff, you're 17, darling.
I'm almost a grown man. I'm almost.
I don't even know if you're allowed in here, are you?
This is very cute.
I get a special clearance because I am an employed professional sheriff.
The bartender comes over and puts a bottle down. It's like, here's your bottle of whiskey, Sheriff.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, part of the salary. And he walks behind the bar.
And it's not like I've been oh man. Anyway, would you like me to pour you a drink?
You know what? Yep, your hands are shaking. I'll take care of it.
All right. So
can I have one too?
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank you.
We're
here. We're both here together. I'm also here. Can't talk to one of us without the other, even though a lot of people have already in the last couple days. But it's official now.
I do apologize for overlooking you, ma'am.
It's okay. I'm just here.
And I did want to talk to both of y'all about the veritable sarcophagus of mice. And if you had any true opinions or facts that you could relate to me in confidence.
Whoa. Hold your horses there. Sarcophagus of mice?
This really burns.
I thought they were just strewed about for the whole town to see.
It is now turned into kind of a glass fairy tale case.
They added a glass ceiling?
It's definitely a grave covered in now what is a window pane. It was a sign of respect, I believe, but now it's getting very hot in there, and I believe they're cooking, and the smell is splendiferous.
Maybe they need a bath.
They're very dead. I would not
want bathe too.
That is true. We could bathe them.
Sheriff,
thought of that.
I'm just saying.
I had no idea the mice moved.
Apparently somebody did bury the entirety of the 247 massacred mice that did not make.
Oh, I heard there was 246.
I did too.
I did count, but I am not a learned man.
And there was one survivor.
And there was one survivor?
That one.
Oh.
But that's what I heard.
Well, what has she said about it?
Well, she said it was very traumatizing.
So, Sheriff, I think the real questions we need to be looking at, how did this happen?
That is what I was getting at.
The whole competition and one rogue mouse taking out all the other competition. Something's not right about that.
Mice are naturally vicious creatures.
Are they?
That is
Based
what
on
my
my understanding of mouse kind, they are deep down loving and generous creatures. They are lovers, not fighters. I mean, you should have seen we had some friends that had some mice, and hot damn, if those little suckers didn't something that rhymes with suck a lot
what
and
rhymes
have a
with
lot of
buck?
babies.
They made buck?
Sure, we'll go with
Let's
that.
go with that.
Luck?
The point being, Sheriff,
One of the card players turns to, words fuck, Sheriff.
I can't say it because I'm a good Christian woman.
Oh.
also there are young ears here. Do you mind?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
scared.
17, y'all.
I've heard dirty words before.
He's a sheriff. You can swear in front of a sheriff.
I've heard bad words before.
The point being, Sheriff, there is something about the competition that just does not sit right with me.
You think it might have been rigged, but my uncle was in charge of it, and he's an honest man.
Is he?
Is he?
Dora pops out from the top and goes, "Is he though?" And then pops back in. The crying.
Listen, all I'm saying is, he tried to keep me out of the competition. He tried to spill ink on my name. Plain as day, wasn't until I drew attention to it that he tried to stop, covered it up, acting all like, oops, just a simple misunderstanding.
That's a very good impression of him.
I mean, I think so.
But why? He's the nicest man I've ever met. He lets me live in his house. He got me the job. He's
That was supposed to be an election.
the richest man in town. I have some things to accomplish today, don't I?
I think you might be right, Sheriff.
Right, indeed.
Also, Miss Rosalind, maybe. And then he stands up and like collects his stuff, and he's like, Miss Rosalind, also it would be really wonderful to see you at the Sunday dance. It's coming Sunday. Okay, bye. And then he
That was very awkward.
That's
He's a sweet
very
little
awkward.
thing.
Did Eugene get what they wanted out of that one?
I wanted my uncle to be acquitted so bad.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I wanted them to be like, he's nice and smart.
All right.
But that's
I'm gonna set up a scene between me and Eugene. We're at the house. Standing outside of the locked room that used to be Eugene's bedroom.
now I live in the closet.
So you live in the closet. Eugene, I heard you spoke with Rosaline.
I did, sir.
And she is currently locked up in your jail, I presume?
Yes, sir. Yes, she is.
Now, Eugene, you wouldn't be lying to your uncle, would you?
Why would I do that, sir?
Well, I don't know. I thought you was a good and honorable sort.
I am, sir. I sure am.
Good. She's a dangerous woman, Eugene. I hope you understand that.
She's the devil, sir. She's
She's
just like all women.
The absolute devil. Eugene, I taught you real good.
Sir, I believe you have.
This is not a problematic worldview in the least.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Basically what everybody thinks.
I think Chester puts a hand on Eugene's shoulder. Eugene, I have something to show you. I've never showed anyone this before, so this is a real treat for you. He pulls the key out of his waistcoat and he unlocks the door, and he opens it up. Inside is what can only be described as a shrine to Ulysses S. Grant. There's just a portrait of him hanging on the wall, and two like big crossed American flags underneath. And then there's a bunch of battle maps on the wall. And then on the shrine is a pair of pistols. Eugene, do you know who this man is? And points to the portrait of Ulysses S. Grant.
The president?
You're damn right, it's the president. He is the greatest man that ever lived.
Oh, what? I suppose so. Sir?
I had the supreme honor to serve under him.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I think it's time that I gave you something. And he reaches and it looks like he's about to grab one of the pistols off the mantle, off the shrine. But then he opens a drawer, pulls out like a kerchief. This was my kerchief during the war. I want you to have it.
Is it clean or is it gross?
Oh, it's gross.
Is it like stiff with dirt?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Now, you and I, we're gonna go to that jailhouse and we're gonna take care of things.
Oh, jeez.
And he picks up one of the pistols and he begins loading it.
I do have to thank you so much for this great honor, sir. But I as the sheriff, I might have to go find my keys to the jail. Before we head out, I did leave them in a drawer. But thank you for this gift. And
Of course, I'll meet you there at the jailhouse, and we'll deal with this Rosaline problem once and for all.
All right, sir. All right. And books.
So despite Chester thinking that worked very good for him, I think that's a negative outcome for Chester.
Also, Ian, why you gotta make me a Confederate, man?
Hey,
Texas was their own weird thing during the war.
You guys could have been on the same side. And
Yeah,
just been,
could have been on the same side.
nemesis.
Could have been a spy.
Like legitimate, like you guys could have just been like artillery versus
Oh yeah,
or whatever, and like you fucking hated each other.
yeah. I hate you for undisclosed reasons. All right. Well, speaking of Rosalind, do you want to set up a scene or do you want to resolve a scene?
I want to set up a scene.
All right. What scene are we setting up?
I need Eudora and Easton West.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in the saloon after the sheriff has left.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies. I know you all have been going around and removing cattle from things.
What?
What
Preposterous.
are you talking about?
East and West, you literally told me what you do.
I don't know what you mean.
Regardless, it's all good. It's all okay.
Oh, okay.
Because
Well, in
I
that
need you.
case, we totally did.
Yeah, then yeah.
I need the two of you
Mhm.
to go in to Chester Baldwin's house,
Oh,
and we need proof that something happened for that competition.
You
is it
You
an
mean like-
animal you want us to fetch?
I have no idea what he did. I just know something happened. And you two are good at being covert and sneaking around.
we are good at
We
sneaking
are
around.
very good.
Yeah. And I do get into a lot of places because I flash my little badge.
But okay, wait. I'm only good with animals. I'm telling you, anytime I try to do something that isn't animal related, I mean, there was this one time that there was like a pile of gold bricks and it was sitting right in front of me. And I was like, I should probably take these gold bricks because I'm poor as hell and I need some money. But then I just left them there.
There was a really cool pigeon by there. Though.
Exactly. I had to
It was
get the
real
pigeon.
hard.
So Rosaline's going to turn this way to Eudora.
Okay. I have had my ear to the ground. There has been some rumblings, and it turns out that we are not the first people to think of a mouse circus.
Yes.
There were no less than 4 big wigs in the area last week, which
I
is
mean,
a
Layla said she saw a cannibal.
a cannibal.
My point being,
The mouse. Layla.
That's right.
She told me.
I mean, honestly, she's really the only person we have to go on.
She's really the only one we can trust.
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was going to say a mouse wasn't going to work as a witness, but sheriff might go for that. Regardless.
That's a good point. He
I
is sweet
concur.
on you.
He does. Oh, Bill likes mice.
No, not Layla. He's not. I mean, maybe he's sweet on Layla.
Wait,
She seems to think he's sweet on her.
I have a plan. Kind of. I have a kind of a plan,
But Layla's
but it's not very
cocky.
nice.
Go
And
ahead.
it-
Sorry.
Well, it exploits some people, and I feel bad about that because they're my friends and I like them.
Who's your friends?
Well, Eugene. He's young. He's trying to make his way in the world with an uncle that pulled all his strings and all that jazz. And I'm sure you've noticed he does tend to talk a lot and sweat profusely around one specific person at this table. And so I'm sure that if you asked him to do something, he definitely would. However, that was not in any way something that you couldn't have figured out for yourself. I just happened to work with him and asked him about it once or twice.
The sheriff does realize I'm the same age as Uncle, right?
It's the old West, baby. Anything goes.
What happened between you two anyway? I'm drunk, so I ask really nosy questions.
Yeah. I'm an intuitive mind and I've been crying a lot. So anybody else's business I'm in right now.
You know,
Tell you what.
when I tried to sign up for the mouse parade, or not the parade, I'm sorry. What even were we competing?
Tournament? Round robin?
Mouse tournament, whatever it
Oh.
was. He didn't like your name.
Well,
He didn't.
Mr.
We
Baldwin
said-
and I, we do have a history, and I will tell you all about it if you go rooting through his house and find some proof that he did something to this competition.
Oh.
Ugh,
Well-
but how will we know what to look for if we don't know more about him?
Yeah. And do we have to go to his house? Because, like I said, there was a couple of big mouse people around recently that we can probably still catch them on
Like
the road.
mice the size of people, basically. I mean, they were just.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think 4 bigwigs just showed up here to our little town just to slaughter the competition, you can go
Maybe
that
they
way.
meant to do it figuratively, and then they did it for reals.
Yeah, I think that Mr. Baldwin is too smart of a man to go in to a betting war if he doesn't know that he's gonna win.
But also, I think you should tell us the tea because,
Yeah.
honey, it is hot and I want to know about it.
And it is the old West, so we could die real soon. So
I definitely
now's the
have
time. Mm-hmm.
several diseases. I spend a lot of time with animal feces.
I still have those bite marks on my hand, and they're turning a little green.
Uh-oh.
But it's cool. We'll figure it out.
Y'all really want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, please, ma'am.
Was it was it a lover's quarrel?
No.
Did he see your father commit a crime?
No.
Did you walk in on him naked?
No.
Did he look in on you naked?
No.
Well, then what happened? I can't think of anything
Did you
else bad.
accidentally shoot him? It was a war.
Did you accidentally shoot him in the penis?
Does he only have like 9 toes because you shot one off?
Does he only have one ball?
I'm gonna stick with that question too.
You got it. Clearly, that's it. I shot him.
We're so smart. You should be an under deputy. You know, East and West. You are good at ferreting stuff out.
That was
So
so good.
I think Rosalind got what she wanted out of that. They're gonna do the cool breaking and entering.
None of us are gonna get what we want anymore.
So just a quick reminder: there's 2 more scenes, and they are both bad. They will both end poorly. So East and West, you gonna set up a scene. You're gonna resolve. Well, actually, sorry, the last die is gonna be wild. So
Okay.
so Eudora's final scene could go either way.
Okay. So I think I'm going to resolve a scene.
Okay, I think we all want to see them breaking into the house, right? It's got to be them breaking into the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
so
ended up deciding to do it.
I think it's East and Eudora breaking into the house looking for any evidence.
We'll be quiet as mice.
It's true, and it's cool because we have a key. It's
And a
great.
mouse.
Eugene just leaves keys in drawers all the time. One of them
It
has
is
to be
so
his house key.
convenient that you are the deputy.
Isn't it?
I mean, we haven't really addressed
Wink.
it, but like, it's literally the most convenient thing for us.
Thank you. It wasn't. It was definitely orchestrated. Oh, wink.
Yeah.
All right.
So the breaking in.
Yeah. Let me just hold on. He needs to oil these hinges.
That
Damn.
was really loud. I hope nobody's home. Definitely somebody's home.
Well, I saw lots of police.
I think the house looks dark.
Oh.
There's
Careful, don't step on the dead mice, right? Is this house connected to the I think this house it's all connected.
Yeah. The big property. It's on the nice side of town, you know.
Like the facade is the front bit is the printing press,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
back bit is the house.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man. If we have time on our way out, we should rearrange the letters to say bad words.
Great idea. Maybe we should even do that first.
Yeah, we can do that now.
We can. I've got it. We can rearrange it to say one ball twin.
Perfect. Oh,
Love it.
you are
Okay.
so smart.
I know. I think I'm getting better with people.
You are. You really are East and West.
All right. Now, let me ask Layla where the goods are.
Oh, that's true.
Layla, where
Do you
the-
want
She
to?
doesn't know. She's a mouse.
That's right. All right. Well, let's do this real fast, and then we can look. You think it's probably in a study? Yeah. But
Wait, what exactly are we looking for?
Well, I think we're looking for a trail of paperwork. However, I'm trying to figure out if that would be in his newspaper study or in his personal study, because technically this was an ad in the newspaper. However, if we're looking through his personal things, that would be in his other study. And
That's
also, I'm
fair.
assuming he has 2 studies.
I know we don't even know. What if he has like a secret room? Wait, do we know if there's a secret room? I don't know if we know about a secret room. I've never heard of him having a secret room. Have you
I
ever
don't
heard of him
think
having a secret room?
I think
Well, I
you guys hear footsteps coming down the stairs,
Oh, shit.
and
I know what we should do.
you hear a quiet sing of "And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in."
Oh God! Oh God!
Is it the
Hell.
forever?
What do we do?
Um,
Layla
then-
says kill him.
You see Chester at the top of the stairs. He has an ill-fitting soldier's uniform on, and 2 pistols in his hand. What in the hell is going on here? So I think that scene ended poorly. for East and
That did end poorly.
I was gonna go dream.
All right, so it's the final scene for Eudora.
Ooh. If it's the end, do we have to resolve? Or can it
Nope.
is that why it's
There's an aftermath
Oh,
to everything.
All right.
that's exciting. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Then I guess I'll set up a scene
Okay.
in the jail between Eugene and East and West and I.
So I assume Eugene just arrested all of you for breaking and entering.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Perfect.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming all along.
What if you sang any different song?
Ooh, no. Ooh, no.
Three blind mice. 3 blind mice.
Ooh.
Okay, what if I
Listen to
said
the
there's
house.
no singing involved?
That sounds like it would be
In
a hard
what?
law to enforce, Mr. Sheriff.
We're already in jail.
I am now the sole lawman of
Hey,
the town.
you're good. I could have been being framed, you know.
You were breaking in to my uncle's house. How in God's name were you framed?
Well, we were
Hello?
only found in the printing room, right?
I
So
would say we were not hardly even there. We were basically at the bottom of the stairs. We basically just walked in.
But
yeah.
you
Even if it was
there.
even us, you can't even tell it was us.
All we wanted to do was change the printing press
All
around.
white people look the same.
It's
That-
true. We all have Stetsons. No one knows.
While that is extremely true,
Mhm.
you don't work at the printing press, so there was no point in you being there looking for things.
Yeah.
What were you looking for?
We were rearranging the letters on the printing press. That's it. It was just a little bit of tomfoolery, which is not enough to take me down from my post as deputy, I think.
It's
And I'm saying it
Playing a
with conviction.
prank.
I don't know how the law works, so it works this way.
Well, I can read you those books if you want.
You've been trying, but we keep getting distracted with all this crime
I know.
happening in this town.
Real hard to figure out rules and regulations in the Old West. There's just a lot of stuff going on.
There's too much going on and too much lying and confusing and obfuscating happening here. And I just have to say that I'm extremely confused and I'm a little hurt
I know.
that you
Oh
would,
no, don't be
you
hurt.
know.
I know, and I'm sorry. We took a big chance going to your uncle's house, And I know that. And the stakes were too high, but I just need you to know, Eugene, that your uncle is not the man you think he is. And I just really, really wanted to get you some proof. And I know that this is a confession, and I know that that's probably not in my best interest right now, but I just care about you. Okay, Eugene? You are a good boy with a good head on your shoulders, and if you continue down this path with your uncle, you are going to end up bad.
I was gonna say that we was just coming to visit you.
Oh yeah, no, that we're trying to do that.
Because we're all best friends, you know?
Yeah. We have this really cool mouse
You,
friend.
me, Eudora, and Rosaline.
Yeah.
All
We had
best
like a-
friends who
we
visit
could
each
make a
other in the
handshake.
dark night.
I don't think I can call us friends anymore. But
Oh.
I know that my uncle might be a bit of a prick. And I was looking into it. I was gonna look into it, yeah. Maybe. I might have been looking, I might have been looking into it. I might have been figuring it out.
Mhm. Well,
Justice is impatient.
mm-hmm.
I think Chester comes in at that point, and he's
Still
like,
dressed up.
"Yeah, oh yeah, still dressed up." Well, we got all three of the culprits. There's two. Why are there only two here? Eugene, where's Rosaline, the real important one?
Rosaline hasn't done nothing, sir.
Yeah, no, she didn't know nothing about this.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Eugene assured me she
Honor
was
among
imprisoned
thieves.
here.
She escaped right before.
What?
Got the best of me, sir. She pistol whipped me.
Oh my God, Eugene!
That's really bizarre.
Isn't it? Right before it happened.
You did not disarm her before putting her in jail?
I did not. Why would I? A lady doesn't carry guns.
Eugene Stubbs, I'm gonna have to ask for that handkerchief back.
I did not leave it. Oh, I open up like all of the drawers of my desk and I don't know where it went. I don't know where I put it, sir. It's probably back in the house.
God damn it, Eugene.
You can take it back when we're later today, but I do have to ask that you.
Eugene, it's a good thing your mama's dead, or she see you now, she'd die of shame.
Oh,
Damn,
Mr.
that's
Baldwin.
harsh.
That is uncalled for.
That's
This is
really,
your own flesh
that's
and
really
blood.
high and mighty coming from somebody that only has one ball.
Yeah, we know.
What?
We know.
Who told you I had one ball?
Rosaline?
How
Do
did
you
she
not?
know I had one ball?
Oh,
Well, you just don't told us. So now we know for sure.
yeah. Although I'm beginning to think we might have been fibbed to east and west. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna have to ask, sir, that you leave this establishment of the law to let me take care of this business, sir.
You giving me an order, boy? Are you telling or you asking?
I'm telling.
Eugene.
I gotta say, sir, that I need to take care of this business here by myself as a man of the law.
Fine. I got a fugitive to catch. He stalks out of the office.
Eugene, that did not
Well,
sound
it
good.
seems like we're your only friends now. Somebody
No,
needs
I'm
to let
letting
us
y'all
know.
out. We gotta go rescue Rosaline. Before
That turned out pretty good for you, Dora. In the end, they got out of prison. All right, now it's time to roll some dice on the aftermath.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
Hell yeah.
All right, let me decide everyone's fate with dice.
Yes. The only way.
Your way.
All right. So, starting with Eugene. Eugene's aftermath is rough.
Yeah. Yes.
You're getting whipped like a rented mule for starters. You'll remember this episode for all your diminished days. The lesson you learn will be profound, lingering, and painful.
Yes.
So we'll get everyone's fate decided, and then we'll play out the final scene.
Yes.
Chester. Ooh, Chester's got a brutal aftermath. Wounds that will never heal for starters, stuff sawed off, blown off, or burned off on your way to grand ignominious failure. Kiss whatever you care about goodbye. You may die, but you may not. Rosalind. Weak. Hey, you're busted, beaten, broke down, but at least you've learned a lesson about human greed and frailty, right? It'll serve you well in prison, which is probably where you're headed. East. Oh, poor East. Oh no. Oh, poor East.
He's done.
They made the mistake of being a wholesome person in a heist movie.
Is that what it says?
Dreadful. You are certainly dead. Probably from a self-inflicted wound. People you care about are also probably dead, maybe through your own stupid, ugly failure. To say that you fucked up is an insult to fucked upness. You have redefined the term.
Damn.
Holy shit.
And Eudora. Oh, God.
Is a good guy.
Horrible.
No.
You are probably dead.
Okay.
Other people, probably innocent people, are as well.
Oh my lord.
There is no justice, no mercy. Everything is utterly, painfully screwed, and it is all of it your fault.
I have an idea for how it happens.
Lay it on me. What's going on?
So the mouse corpse thing explodes because it's like so hot. And the gases from their fucking bodies just burst the glass and it goes everywhere. Somebody's got to die that way. At least. Anyway.
All right.
So the confrontation has to happen outside the newspaper.
Yep. 100%. I think Rosaline is coming out because
Go check up on the girls.
Go check up, see what happened.
Oh God,
just as Chester's coming out singing the fucking national anthem. He's wearing the old artillery uniform that you two used to share. It does not fit him as well as it did those many years ago. I think he sees Rosalind and raises his pistol up, just as the three of you are coming out. So what's Eudora do?
Eudora is all of this death and mouse corpse stuff and shady shit has taken its toll, and she jumps to save Eudora, to save Rosalind, and she tries to like knock the gun out of his hand.
I think he pulls the trigger just as it gets knocked, and I think the bullet hits the glass. Which finally, like, that's the pressure valve.
Yeah.
And it like fucking goes everywhere.
I think East sees the bullet hit the glass and they're like, oh no, all the mice ghosts.
Literally, actual ghosts come out
and
they're like, you put us in a box.
I think it's one of those weird, like if this was the movie, it'd be one of those weird situations where the explosion has like an animal sound to it. And you're like, was that a bunch of ghosts? But I think East runs towards the grave just as the explosion goes off, which I think just obliterates East. Like they take the brunt of it.
Yeah.
I think.
And Layla has to die too, because
for sure, an innocent
one of
has
my
to
friends
die.
also has to die.
Yeah.
He like dies in like on your chest.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the crane shot at the very end is like coming up from that. I think Chester in his rage shoots Eudora just right in the chest.
Probably, but
Yep.
can I punch him in the face too?
Oh, for
'Cause
sure.
I feel like-
Absolutely.
okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
It's a good way to die.
Like YOLO. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
YOLO
I think Eudora gets blasted in the chest and they're like pop. What's Rosalind up to?
I mean, I think at this point, after the massacre, Rosalind would pull her pistol on
Yeah.
Chester.
Do you blast him?
I mean, she's definitely going to wound him.
Oh, for sure.
Something's going to hurt.
Yep. What's Eugene do?
In for his balls.
Pisses himself.
Does he try to save his uncle?
He does out of like some weird desperation.
Just
So
like a deep primal instinct that's been ingrained.
yeah, like
Yeah.
please don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I think he winds up tackling Chester, right? But like Chester still gets shot,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
and like that's
It's too late, of course.
oh yeah, like, and Eugenia's got piss running down his leg.
Mhm.
Do I die? Wait, what was my thing again?
You were
Yours wasn't as
rough.
bad.
Yours was rough.
Rough.
Yeah, you're getting whipped like a rented mule. You'll remember this episode for all your diminished days.
Yeah, I think like Chester.
But the lesson you learn will be profound, lingering, and painful.
Oh yeah, good. I think we get into like a weird fist fight, like on the ground while you're bleeding.
Right? Just punching an old man.
Yeah, like but then like I think we cause like too much of a commotion.
Oh yeah, I think the whole like the facade of the printing press just collapse, like, or maybe the whole printing office just
Like a
collapses on itself.
Yeah, from the explosion.
Mhm.
It collapses on East.
Like a Buster Keaton.
Very well, but if Buster Keaton dies at the end of it,
Yeah. There's no window. It's just a
yeah,
front
no,
of the
it's
house.
just,
Or it is a window, but she's still dead.
But it's 3 feet
Because
to
she
the
was
left.
already dead.
The crane shot is in the middle of the window.
mhm.
It's just a meatball of a person with a mouse on her.
Yeah, the mouse died peacefully.
Oh
Yeah,
sure,
Mouse makes
absolutely.
it out and then faints, dies.
I think Chester's reputation will never recover in the town, so I think he has to head back north.
I think Rosalind is still arrested for shooting him. That's
Yeah. I get up and I'm like, all right, I got it. Somebody's got to get arrested.
Rosalind goes to jail.
Yeah, but you get out in like a month.
Because you guys become friends.
I think you like try to seduce like Eugene and like one fucking elbow does it. And Eugene's like, okay, can we have sex now? And you're like, what? Bye.
I think that's the last line of the movie. I think that's okay. Can we have sex now? Bam! Credits roll. Oh God, yes.
That was a fiasco.
That was
What?
a fiasco, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. That was amazing. Thank you, everyone.
What a fun trip to the Wild West.
Donate if you can. It'd be super dope. But things are weird, so don't feel any pressure if you can't. But man, it helps a lot of people. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us.
Thank
We're
you.
Crit. Follow us at all the socials and whatnot.
Subscribe to Met Comedy Night
Subscribe to
on
Met Comedy Night. That's the one.
favorite
Rock, people.
Yeah. Use
to
them up.
have more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, catch us the 24th.
Yeah.
Right? Day?
25th.
We're normally the
5th,
third.
Sorry, thank you. 25th. Catches us the 25th. Whatever the fourth Friday is. That one. Where we'll be doing our actual some version of the actual show that we normally do on stage. Hopefully it'll work out.
It'll be a little more. It'll be fun. We'll do it.
It'll work out.
It's been working in rehearsal,
We've
all
been
right?
working on it for all summer to figure out a way to bring this to you guys. So we're excited. And we love chaos.
Yes, it will. I could guarantee chaos. 100% chaos.
For sure.
And possible death.
Possible death.
Oh, so much death.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Probable fun.
Probable fun.
A lot of yearning.
That's
Yeehaw! Well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Crit, for that wild ride. Now, that's what I call a rat race.
Yeah.
Now, if you've been watching, please remember to donate and support us at marylandensemble.org/donate. Thanks so much for joining us for this week of comedy, the Stuck Inside for 6 more months of Summer Comedy Extravaganza. You can see Crit again, just like they were saying, September 25th.
2-5.
9 p.m. They're going to be bringing their traditional improv show to the internet for you. And if you're wondering what other comedy things can I do in the meantime, well, next week we got Over the Hump, Wednesday, 10 a.m. That's our bi-weekly morning show hosted by Stephen Craig right here next to me.
Boom, boom.
Then we got Strange Times Indeed, our paranormal call-in show every Thursday at 9 o'clock. And then next Friday, the Comedy Pigs will be bringing us their short-form improv. That's Friday, September 11th at 9 o'clock. And then the next Friday as well, Friday, September 18th. So make sure you mark your calendar. Don't miss any of them shows. Support us at marylandensemble.org/donate. Thank you so much for tuning in for this week of comedy extravaganza. Stephen, anything you want to say before we go?
I'm just going to say keep on tuning in for that hilarity. And we'll see you again soon here on Met Comedy Night.
Yeehaw! Have a good night, folks.
Whoop, woo, over the
Yeehaw.
hump.